So the topic of our lesson that we chose for the webpage is representing fractions on a number line between 0 and 1. We have tried to use as less text as possible and add more visuals for the learners to stay focused and simplify the information retention. In particular, we try to decrease the extraneous cognitive load of the learners as much as possible. So rather than memorizing the text, we want the learners to be able to understand how to represent a fraction on a number line by seeing the relationship between fractions, decimals, and percentages. In other words, the objective of this site is for the learners to be able to explain how fractions are presented on the number line and believe that they can convert from fractions to decimals and percentages. And to achieve this, as you can see, the web page is accompanied with visuals, some videos, and interactive practice problems, which we will talk about later. You could probably you probably noticed that there isn't much text, that they're mostly videos and pictures, and the thing is that when it comes to math, it is better to actually show step by step on how to solve a problem rather than write it all out. So in order to achieve this, we actually used the bootstrap component carousel for step-by-step explanations of converting from fractions to decimals and percentages. So as you can see here, so it's like a sort of like a booklet. So and learners can study at their own pace, go back if they don't understand a certain step. And overall, as you can see, pretty much at the first half of the page is explicit instruction, followed by practice problems in the second half. We decided to leave the background white because other background colors, would probably be distracting and make it hard for the student to focus on the content, thereby increasing their extraneous cognitive load. So we also included an animated greeting bunny in the page's header to target the learner's attitude. It makes the learning process more personalized and to some extent can make the learner feel more special to some extent. When it comes to the practice problems, as I mentioned before, they are interactive. And what I mean by that is that, for instance, the first problem represent 3 or 5 on the side and converts to percentage and decimal. So the learner can move the slider to 3 over 5, and then there's a button submit. Then the learner can put their answer in fractions, percentages, and decimals. And the same applies to the other problems. And what it does is pretty much it requires the students to actually solve the problem and apply their knowledge, especially when it comes to the conversion. So the learning targets for the practice problems are skills and explanations. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope you like the lesson.